What's up? What's up? What's up, you guys? Happy Monday. Happy Monday fun day, you guys. So yesterday was the 10/10 portal, and I'll speak for myself, but I'm feeling like I'm going through a portal, and it feels very like a little discombobulating. I feel very discombobulated, and that could just be because of the certain aspects that are happening in my chart right now. But this portal, we have this portal that's happening, and we're getting working through this energy of the shift with all the planets that were in retrograde coming direct, as well as Mercury going retrograde. And we have an eclipse upon us. So the energy is going to feel very unsettling, because we're kind of resettling, recalibrating, reconfiguring. So if that is something you guys are feeling, well, you're not alone. If that's not something you're feeling, then great. That's awesome. As long as you're feeling abundant and in alignment with your mission and really settled in unsettling energy, then you're doing all the right things. So whether it's continuing to align with that source frequency, meditate, staying grounded, being out in nature, eating all the appropriate nutrients for yourself, giving your body what it needs to be healthy, and being mindful of what energetically throws you off. Those are all the sort of necessary habits, rituals, if you will, to keep you in alignment with the frequency of that which is for your best and highest good. So I have been very heightened to frequencies. I've been having really bizarre dreams. Sudden information is coming at me, and I'm like, whoa. So just being conscious and staying grounded in that energy is really what is, I'll speak for myself, the most effective way to handle whatever these peaks and valleys are. Because anytime, for me, when I get off calibration, it takes a good minute to get back into that frequency. So rather than having to work harder to get there, just for me, it's important just to stay there and to be mindful of anything that would throw me off, so that I can stay focused, patient, strategizing, conscious, intentional, all those things. All right, so let's see what wants to come through for today. I am talking a lot. Divine Feminine, dynamic, prosperity. All right, so by really being in a space of receiving, there is this opportunity for this harmonizing energy to bring things together by receiving opportunity and staying in this frequency of ease, grace, and happiness allows for things to show up really abundantly in our body, in our mind, in our heart, in our soul, all the things, all the abundant riches. Okay? Ooh, that's a good. I can appreciate that. Did you guys all have a good weekend? This energy is on fire! All right, let's see. For today, Monday. Page of Swords. New information. New messages. Okay, let's see. 7 of Swords, Ace of Swords, 7 of Cups, 10 of Wands, 6 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Moon, Ten of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. Wow, what? What in the heck? Okay, you guys may have received some... There's an opportunity for you to really just take the high road. Go out the back. Manifest some real clarity for yourself. You're going to receive some information. And you really are manifesting what you want. I see Mercury. I see, Gemini energy here. I see Pisces. I see Gemini and Pisces right now. I see Virgo energy. Okay. The loudest theme I'm getting from this is that you have to be willing to lose it all, to go all in, to get what you want. This is that. You have this experience of really being nurtured with lessons. It's like when you really can be, when you can really be in alignment with learning what the lessons are that will feed your soul. And you might have to be willing to see these experiences as accepting the realities. So really surrendering and being in a space of accepting what is gives you the clarity to really overcome whatever challenges are in your space, so that you can be willing to release and let go of experiencing. So by like releasing and letting go of, or just experiencing whatever difficulties, whatever challenging realities, whatever loss that you are presented with, that you are experiencing, by willing to experience that, gives you the opportunity to really manifest something very abundant. So by releasing and letting go of all of the things that no longer serve you, creates the space for ultimate abundance to show up. When there's nothing left in the space, when the space is just completely at nothing, then anything is possible. When you're in a space of nothing, anything is possible. When you're willing to lose it all to get to nothing so that anything can be created, that is ultimate abundance. That is when you really are aligning yourself in your true mission, because you know that you are trusting in the divine guidance of spirit to show you the way, that you don't need to hold on to materialism. You don't need to hold on to relationships that no longer serve you. You no longer need to be afraid of anything that is challenging or difficult, because you know you have everything you need within you. And that whatever truth and clarity you are gaining in that space gives you this incredible sensation of succeeding and overcoming and designing something that is really moving you in the direction of the unknown. Because that's when you can create anything. When you create from the unknown, that's when you're really synchronizing to the frequencies of that higher vibrational vortex. It's like you can't create the future from the past. You can't live in the past to create the future. You can't live in the idea of the future to create the future. You have to be in this generous present moment of the unknown and align yourself and the frequency of the being that you're becoming. That's when this opportunity of prosperity shows up. It's like when you are in this ultimate space of harmonizing with the thought and the feeling in the here and now, the thought of who you want to become and the feeling of who you will be being in that frequency allows for the abundance to just show up. It's like really being okay with being things not have gone, just being okay with everything the way that it is in its most difficult, challenging, devastating loss, in the deepest, darkest, uncomfortable spaces of your existence, being okay with those parts of the reality allows for this opportunity, because if you can feel the contrast of the challenge, then you can also feel the contrast of you can also feel the abundance. You can also be willing to see what does that feel like then. Because it's in the ability of being willing to experience what it means to feel abundant and also experience what it means to lose whatever materialism you may have qualified as abundance, and getting really clear about what does abundance mean. Because it doesn't necessarily mean that you have, tangible 3D. Abundance is when you have all of your needs met, when you are completely at peace with what is and completely at peace with what isn't. It's being okay with losing, like letting go and releasing of a life that you thought was this reality that you were going to create, so you can make space for something beautiful and new to be cultivated, to be received, and allowing for the abundant universe to provide for you. That's right. It's trusting in the unknown. It's trusting in this unknown moon energy. And allowing for what's going to unfold, even when you can't see sight of it. That's what this moon is. You're in the dark. You can't see. You have to trust that the moonlight is going to guide you. That you are on the right path. 8 of Cups, moon. These two energies, that's right. Those two energies work together. You are actually, over the course of the next month, 3 weeks, things are really going to start to get clear. You're going to start to see some things. But you don't know that yet. You're manifesting some real clear insight here. A real clear, successful endeavor. By seeing a new perspective of the things in your life that interfere in your decisions, is going to give you the insight that you need. Real truth and clarity. By holding space for yourself and overcoming these challenges. There's a lot of energy around overcoming obstacles here. It seems I would say that you have been in some real difficult energy, real challenging energy. That could be in this here and now moment, but this may have been going on for quite some time. I see over the course of maybe, there's been some things that have been happening over the course of the last decade of your life. And you have really gone through some cycles, some challenges, some peaks and valleys. And I think that there is some things now that you're really overcoming because you've done a lot of work to move in the direction of really trusting in yourself and trusting in the unknown and trusting that you are in alignment with your mission now. You have really done the work to release and let go of things, to allow for some difficulties you may have had to let go of some things that it was really difficult to let go of. Like for me, it was very difficult to let go of my business. It was very difficult for that to happen. And at the same time, it was incredibly liberating. So like, even, that's what I'm saying. So even in the most difficult, when you hold on to something thinking it is what your ultimate security is, and you're willing to let go of that and trust in the unknown, that's when anything becomes possible. That's when ultimate opportunities can show up for you, and that you didn't even think, you couldn't even fathom, because you were so focused on holding on to something that was really not giving you the kind of satisfaction and fulfillment that is possible as you evolve. Trust in the magic. Take care of the small things right now, and trust that you're never alone, that spirit is always with you. This is lovely. So trust in the magic, trust in the unknown. That is the loudest message here. Trust in the unknown. White Raven Spirit, the moon is always all about the unknown, the what you can't necessarily see yet. And the Eight of Cups is it's like you're willing to walk away from a whole lot of things because you know that you weren't being true to yourself. It's like, I heard this today, like when you have this intense experience of believing in a truth, and there are so many people around you that don't necessarily adhere to that philosophy, it makes you question yourself. It makes you think, is that really the truth? Is that really what I should be believing in? When in reality, you might be the one who sets the precedence of where the actual truth is. So, I was having this conversation with somebody the other day about, somebody asked me why I became vegan, and they kind of undermined it, like, oh, you're trying to save the animals or something. It was very sort of, it was counterintuitive. And I said, actually, I'm very interested in being a contribution to eco-responsibility. And if that's the one thing that I can do to actually move things along in terms of being a contribution to helping the planet heal from all of the destruction, that can be my contribution. And I'm sitting with people who are not having that same philosophy as me, and they might not necessarily agree with that's the solution, because they're still in the mindset that we still need to be eating meat, when countless study after study suggests otherwise. So is my idea or my ideology separate from many other people's ideology about what they think the solution to solving this climate crisis is? Yeah, probably. But does that mean my idea is wrong? No. But if I'm sitting amongst 10 people who would disagree with me, then it makes me want to question, is this really true? And in reality, yes, it is true. As long as I can hold on to that, as long as I can maintain my own space around what is actually good for me and good for the planet in my heart and my soul and my being, then if I can continue to trust that the messages that are coming to me and the philosophies that I'm starting to anchor my energy into is good, is in alignment with my truth and my mission, it's going to continue to allow me to grow and evolve and walk toward my path, and being willing to turn my back on many, many, many other things that may have been how I aligned myself in the past. Okay. So, and it might be it's like when you stop drinking or doing drugs and all the people around you are still doing that. And they're like, get out of here with your ideas around, sobriety or whatever. This is kind of like that idea. I'm just using that as an example. It could be something related to your workplace. It could be something related to your family. It could be, in my case, I was referring to when I became a vegan and how that was completely counterintuitive to the people around me, especially since I owned a meat and dairy based business. So this is like really being able to take the steps necessary to trust in the unknown, that the evolution that you're growing and evolving into is for your best and highest good and for the best and highest good of the collective. Okay? Because it takes one person to be enlightened, to share that enlightenment and evoke that enlightenment in others. Okay? So you guys, this is like really important that you just continue to stay on your journey and know that you are in alignment with your true mission and trust yourself. Focus on the little things that you can do to take care of yourself right now. Try not to get too bogged down by trying to do too many things and getting overwhelmed when things aren't working in the kind of pace that you want them to. Trust that you are divinely connected, that we are all interconnected, that source is here, source is with you, and that there is very magical unfoldings happening that you might not necessarily see yet, but it is on the horizon. So, all right. I hope there was a message in this reading. Happy Monday. I'll see you guys soon.